Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome, I tell you, to AP Alternative Possibilities, the show where you get possibilities that are alternative. Smoking and G Sharp is my lovely co host and partner from across the country. I was going to say pond. Here she
Might as
is.
well be. I feel like I'm on some other pond, that's for sure. She's smiling, but I don't hear anything.
I muted my microphone. I'm stripping quickly. I went to put this on and now I'm already warm. I get so nervous doing this.
Well, what's the temperature over there?
It's not bad. It's like I'm in shorts kind of temperature.
Oh, nice.
That doesn't mean much though, because when I waited tables, I was known as, oh yeah, that waitress who wears shorts all winter. Okay,
I get that. You get hot.
yes,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah,
at my
here.
age.
Yeah. Oh, we do. It's nonstop for one reason or another after you pass 57. I swear to God.
Well, there you go. Look, we have our little lights going and all, even though it's totally bright today. Well, I mean, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, here it's where am I at? Oh, it's only 2 here. It's been a busy day. I
I know where
thought it
she
was
is.
later.
Okay. Anyhow, G Sharp is going to take it away this week to start off. I'll jump in whenever.
Okay, I'm just
I
gonna.
never have plans, ladies and gentlemen, very rarely. So I just ad lib and take it away. I'm going to go off screen though.
Okay, I'm going to share. Don't scream. Ah!
Oh my
Why?
God, why'd you do it? See, I have
I
no
know
idea.
everyone's gonna
I
go.
never know what she's going to bring for the week. Seriously,
I
ask
know.
her.
No, really, she doesn't. I just throw it up there.
But okay, pausing or I'm muting.
Okay. Anyway, I brought this up today, Lisa, because I want to stress, at least to the people I hang with and know, that we don't care. We do not care about Oprah. We do not care about Prince Harry or Princess Meghan Markle. We don't care. We've got bigger issues on the table besides what they feel. And I get so fed up with the lamestream running amok with this garbage just to entertain and juggle da, 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 while they're really doing something in the background. And the background today that no one is talking about is the fact that Myanmar, which used to be Burma, is asking for its $1 billion of gold reserve back from the United States. And the United States said no. Once again, to another country. No, you don't get your gold back because we don't like your whatever, because it's a coup. The coup, it's not the I'm confused over there. It's not the female president or whatever she is. It's the coup that took over that the people are fighting right now in Myanmar, which is another thing you don't see in the news a lot. And I am keeping a big eye on Myanmar because whatever happens in Myanmar doesn't stay there. It will trickle over to Thailand and down into Indonesia. Trust me, which they're having their own problems too.
Is that the country formerly known as Burma?
Correct. It should be called Burma.
Okay.
It was. Go ahead.
Well, all right. Zach, on Gematria Effect News 21.com or whatever it's called now, he changes the name a lot. His girlfriend, his woman, his life partner is Burmese, I guess they would be called, right? From Burma. Burmese.
Well,
Burma.
now they're Myanmars.
Okay, well, she was whatever she is before that. I don't know. Whatever.
A really nice gal. Let's label.
She's a lovely person. Yeah. I agree with the whole Oprah thing. And the funny thing is, this morning, you know how I mentioned this church dog 42 fellow sometimes?
I follow him.
Oh, do you? Okay. Well, today he did something. It was, or was it yesterday? It was the most hilarious thing ever about this whole deal with the Prince and Prince Harry and whoever the hell they are. And it was so funny because he was explaining like the reason why they actually left the country had nothing to do with, legitimate reasons like, my family's associated with the Nazis or, we're royalty that owns like gazillion, billion, trillions worth of everything.
They do.
That. They left because their son wasn't going to get a title. It's just unreal.
Well, see, that's how I don't buy any of that for a minute. I think the Queen and her family are the best reality show on TV in the news right now. That's all it is. Da, 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 da. They're just entertaining you with these brouhahas because everybody loves drama. And I don't buy for a second that Prince Harry and Meghan are thrown out and they didn't get this and that, so they huffed and puffed
By
and
the
left.
way, I don't follow these people at all, but I have, I can't help but see some stuff lately. I don't think that's Diane's son. Did you see how much he looks like some other fellow that ran around with Diane or something? Diana, Princess Di.
Yes. Well, also, they're very well. I don't think Princess Diane ran around when she was married to Charles. However, there very well could have been, what do you call that? Fetal implants to get pregnant.
Who the hell knows? Yeah, I don't.
Maybe he just didn't have the sperm count, and
looks
voila.
exactly like some other guy whose name I don't know. This is how well versed I am in the royal family, which I think is insane that we have royalty in the year 2021.
Well, if they did a sperm donation, of course they're going to do it with somebody they know very well in the family. It's not just going to be from a bank. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, true.
That's my speculation. Yes, he does. He looks now, William, my gosh, he looks like Princess Diane.
Is he the one that
the older
dressed as a Nazi for Halloween one year or something?
Oh, I don't know this, but I would not be surprised. The Windsors are German.
Nazis. Yes, they are. That's what Mark Devlin always says. Like when he mentions another alternative researcher, when he mentions them at all, he'll be like the Queen, the German. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say that? I mean the British Queen.
Yeah,
anyhow,
European. Okay. We should like the European Queen somewhere in there or something going on.
Exactly, or someone posing as a queen. Take it away again.
Yeah, well, exactly. I just wanted to bring up that I get really kerfuffled when I see these Oprahs and these things come popping up, and they ride them for weeks, Lisa. Weeks. I see it all over, and it's like we, as a culture, don't care unless we're into that reality show stuff. That's all this is for.
Well, sadly, a lot of people do care, which really makes me sad.
And yet they don't care why Myanmar is not getting its $1 billion worth of gold. It's Myanmar's gold, not ours, but we're not going to give it back.
Right. See, it's just all to cover stuff up. I think everything's a distraction.
Well, it's partly a distraction. That part is for Myanmar. But what it's going to do to affect us, if anybody is in the gold and silver trade, now the government can openly or covertly put that gold onto the market to play with the prices.
Oh, yeah.
See, there's a lot there. And I've been watching gold. It is a big telltale. It is the canary in the coal mine for a lot of financial reasons. And they are juggling it and trying to suppress it because they really want, I swear, to have this Bitcoin thing to fly so we can all go on a universal income.
Oh, they really want that. By the way, here's my nails just to lighten up the tone a bit.
Gorgeous. I love the little flowers.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I just had to,
It's a girl thing. We got to share.
Girl.
We got to share. Here, I'm going to bring up another thing here to start the next.
Gosh, here we go. Let's see the shock on my face. You ready?
This one, you're not going to be shocked, but it's another thing coming. It's another thing coming. Okay. So what's happening in Texas is, the whole immigration thing once again is blowing up, and I'm going, really? We're not even into the third month yet, and here we go with the new president and all of this crap. Okay, so now customers are going to call the authorities on owners of Mexican restaurant because they made them walk inside with a mask, even though the rules came down. There's a no mask thing now. Yet, so reason why I'm bringing this up is two things here. One, are we going to start getting into mask wars when all of these so-called mandates, I call them BS, come down? Or am I going to have to carry my mask all around going, if I walk in this place, are they still keeping up that notion? Or, it's going to be a confusion, and it's going to be a fight because some people are going to say, wait a minute, there's no mandates now. Take your mask thing away. And they're going, no, we really feel the blah, 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 blah. So we're going to, I can see this coming. I swear this is a trend. And secondly, I had to chuckle on this one. To call immigration on any Mexican restaurant in the whole South and Southwest, okay, is ludicrous, because I guarantee you half the staff is not legal. Where do you think they go when they come over to the borders? You think they're all in the fields picking, lettuce? No, they're working in our industry. So there you go. I just think that I'm calling the crazy out.
Everything's insane. Don't get me going on masks. Don't get me going on the jab. I'm really surprised over a person I know who is actively seeking it out, evidently not realizing that it's really not the legal definition of what they've always called a jab. And also that you are in a trial if you do it. We went over this last week, but I just feel compelled to do it every time we can. And the whole situation with the costume across the face it does harm to the wearer. It just does. And even if you pile on 27 of those bastards, all it's going to do is make you unable to get oxygen. It wouldn't stop a microscopic item, even if said microscopic item had been proven to indeed cause harm, which hasn't really happened with that viral theory. But let's just let that part go.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing that it's based on is a flu. Now,
Yeah.
I'm 98.9% people, because there's always those 1% that just don't get the flu ever in their life. I've talked to a few of them. They say, I don't know what it is. I just never get it. So it's something that they need to study those people in their immune systems, because something
I've had it
broken.
I've had it maybe 3 or 4 times, and you remember when you've had it, but
Oh,
I have a
you
whole
do.
different medical paradigm in terms of all this. But
Yeah.
I'm going to smoke out the window, so I'm going to stay off screen, but I will mute because I'm sure you might have something to say.
Well, I was just going to bring it around to a personal note. I am one of those people. I will catch the flu. I think about, I don't know, every 5 to 10 years, when I was in a job around people a lot, I would get it. And as I've gotten older, I would say the last 2 times. Matter of fact, I'll tell people this. Back in 2014, I was one of those lucky people who indeed caught the H1N2 virus, and I thought I was going to die. But after a couple weeks, I got over it, and someone said to me after I, was back in the living again, I was in a band, and I came in, I said, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. And they say, yeah, usually they liked catching those flus once in a while because it cleansed the system. It burns everything out of you. And he said he had a minor diabetes, and when he caught a severe flu, it cleared it out of him. He just didn't have it anymore. So I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, anyway, so I'm not saying it's good to catch a flu, but some people kind of think it is, and we get over it. And yes, the elderly are very susceptible to anything like that, not just the flus. A lot of things happen to your health as you get older. And I don't think the rest of society needs to stop living because of that.
Oh, that's exactly right. But as far as catching anything, as you know, I'm in a different paradigm there altogether.
Yes,
however, there are some commonalities. So let me just say that now. In terms of it being, for lack of a better way to say it, a good thing, because it is like a healing stage or a process. So there you have that. But yeah, you're right about, Richie Allen across the pond. I'm still smoking out the window.
Okay.
Sometimes he gets on these rants and they're really good. And what he said was basically what you were saying about the elderly are more susceptible and all that. But so why should all of society, why does he have to lose his income, or some young family down the street have to go on government dole or whatever because Grandma Moses might get ill with a disease that by their own numbers is completely livable? What is it? Yeah. 99.8 or something % live.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Most of us have caught a flu. We all know what we're talking, a bad flu. We're not just talking your little 3-day cold sniffly kind of thing, but the real flu that takes you down for a week or two. And it is serious after, but a lot of things are. People my age now have to start just thinking about walking downstairs that we took for granted most of our lives. We have to slow down and think about it for the fact that if we fall, our hips are more susceptible. I mean, does that mean nobody can walk downstairs again in their lives? Come on. I mean, this is just so ludicrous and just so way out of proportion.
It's clear that it's not about, nor has it ever been about, a virus.
Correct. Exactly. That was my whole premise here, that this thing, because we know the whomevers always like to work things upside down backwards. So when they say we're doing this for your health, it probably is the other direction. That's all I'm going to say. I don't care what it is.
Exactly. Everything's opposite, flipped upside down. And it's including the names of things like the Patriot Act and all that crap. But when I used to write my column, I brought that up all the time. Like I would sometimes start off by saying, okay, are you waking up yet? Are you aware? Is this really about a virus? Evidently the boss didn't like it, but I wanted to show you the sign that I have. When I do my show every Sunday, I have that not neon, but what is it? LED. But this, I change it during the week while I'm in here, and I'll show you because it goes along with our show. Oh, I guess I'll have to one screen me here. How's this work? Okay, wait. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Technical difficulty. Solo. That's frightening in and of itself. Tell me if you can. I'll hold still.
Yes, I see it. It's a little fuzzy.
I'll read it, and I'm sorry that it's crooked. It's the way I'm holding the laptop. Mind is like a parachute. It doesn't work unless it's open, and that is Frank Zappa.
And that is a rockin' quote.
Yeah, there we go.
I think if I could reach out and get people to do anything in this realm, it is to have a more open mind to contrary thoughts.
Yes. Alternative possibilities, hence the name of why we're here.
Yeah. That's all that's my end result. I don't care if you believe me on this or not. If I can only reach out to those few people and get them to just be more open-minded, that what they're being told is not usually the case, and there's always a motive. I always stress this now. Nothing's for free. Nothing.
Follow the money, and that's the most basic thing. Even if it no longer has to do with money, it's more about power or ruling the world or whatever. You have to go with that basic thing that your parents probably told you when you were young and first coming into understanding of politics or whatever. Follow the money, and it still works now. It works with everybody who benefits from keeping up this charade of that we're in a massive epidemic and pandemic and anything that ends in an emic and oh my God, they've been driving this. If people would just shut off their TVs, I promise you it would go away. And just because somebody's sick doesn't mean they have it. And certainly it doesn't mean that, you still don't get sick, but do you know what I mean? There are people that think, well, so-and-so got sick, so it must be, it's because of this. No, it isn't. Like, people have gotten ill for ages. And in my particular paradigm, I guess you'd say, medically speaking, it's actually kind of a good thing that you are showing symptoms because you're healing, which I just went over before.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I'm exhausted.
I am into the new thinking of why we get sick. I totally agree that there is way more to this, and a lot of it's more mental than we have given it credit for. Though there is the topical bacterias and all of that stuff on surfaces, and that's how I truly believe if there is truly a virus out there, it is it's superficial. You touch something and then you wipe your eye and voila.
By their own method.
Yes.
That's how it used to be.
Yeah. Things can be transported through the air, but I'm going to say also, I have learned through life that there's nothing better than fresh air and sunlight to kill everything.
Exactly.
So I think a lot of these so-called things that are in the air, they're killed off instantly by the oxygen or in our system, in our fishbowl, so to speak.
I am so sorry. I didn't see that. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, thanks. Well, this was leading to the next thing. We've all been talking about this over the year, whether it's going to come true or not. But yeah, they're already pushing for these passports so you can go into your sports arenas, theaters, and businesses. And there again, are we going to start seeing a deeper separation between people who can go do this because they're granted, which I'm going to get to this in just a second, Lisa, granted the ability to go into these places. Now, let's swing this all the way back to the 1700s and the reason why the founders fought so hard against the king, though it was a lot to do with the taxes, but more so, if you were to do anything back in those days, you had to get the permission of the duke or lord of your area through the kings. It's the
Kind of the
king's thing.
same now, honestly. Okay, sorry.
It is. It is. No, you're absolutely right. We have to get a permit to build this. We have to get a license to do that. And we've just hit peak that, but that's a whole other story. But yeah, I just want people to think about granting permission was one of the key reasons why the United States fought the king. They wanted freedom here to do whatever, okay, which that all has been eroded through various laws and politicians. But now we're, I think, at peak, Lisa. We're hitting peak times again where there's going to be those who have and those who don't have, who anyway. And I am throwing a trend out there that over the next 3 years, this will become a daily thing in our news as to how people are going to react, because here's the problem. Then we're going to get the reaction, and they think they're going to get this solution of having everybody carry a phone around, which is your what do you call it? Microchip. They don't have to put it in your skin. They just have to have you carry something, or wear it around your wrist. That's the next trend I think is going. They're going to go to those, I don't know. They had the fancy watches, but you'll wear a watch or something around your wrist, and so you can just wave it easy as you walk into a door or pay for something. It's just going to be that ludicrous for a while. And then they're going to get the result, but it is not what they're going for. It's not what they think is going to happen. I really
think you're
think
right. I do, because I think they're up playing. We went over this last week, but I'm nothing if not redundant.
That's good.
I think that they are trying to make it sound like everybody is, for one example, clamoring for the jab when they're not clamoring for the jab. So, and we've told people about this from the get-go. As soon as this happened, I told Perpetual they're going to go for a vaccine mandate. I just said it. Oh, well. And that wouldn't happen. All the plans, cashless society, all that jazz, everything that's coming to pass. But still, we're looked at like we are wearing Carmen Miranda fruit hats on our head.
Yep. Oh, speaking of, I'm trying to come up with the best new song for something I'm going to do, and it has to be Banana Republic-ish, because that is what we're in.
Maybe you could use like a little for your clip art, one of her with the fruit. Yeah. By the way, thank you for the little what would you call it? The little push over to get into that giveaway that I'm having on the other channel. Quite a few people did it. I make up the rules as I go, but I think they're set in stone now. But we'll go over that like when we're not on this.
I heard the first question. I won't give away the answer because
I think I wrote it in the description already. Because like Smitty got it right, of course. Smitty's like the encyclopedia of the lounge. Osama is the quote meister, I guess, and the class clown.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different personalities. It's fun. Sorry, we're talking about my other show.
I know, and I'm the serious gal.
Oh, totally.
I am.
He just like puts jokes down for the answers.
Well, when I don't have the answer, you'll see a little emoji that kind of expresses my feeling at the moment because I don't have a clue.
And piano man knows nothing but piano, but I can't say it in a Russian accent. He claims he knows nothing but piano. And so he puts the question marks or the who's that all the time.
Knowing the 88 keys is beneficial.
I think so.
Yeah.
Anyhow, what else? Did you bring another?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We can keep going. Yes, we're.
Okay,
I'm
because
just
we
going
have
to end
about
this.
5 more minutes for our regularly scheduled programming.
That's right. We're working on the 30 here. Hold on. Let me see. What did I? I may have dropped it off accidentally. Hold on.
Okay, no problem. I'll ad lib somehow. The
Okay,
whole
ad
show is
lib.
an ad lib, I'm sure. Um, anyhow, what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is I have discovered, I guess, something about a year and a few months ago called German New Medicine. And I'll put a link to the place into this description. It's learninggnm.com. It completely changed my paradigm on medical stuff. It's scientific to the max. That's what really drives me nuts. I was telling Mother yesterday that, all the stuff that I'm into, I guess, is scientifically sound, but people think you're nuts, even though it's backed by actual science.
Oh,
It's
I know.
crazy. It's very
No,
upsetting.
they just can't have anything dispute their narrative.
I can do
And
that.
okay, this is such a beautiful star fort, is it
It's
not?
lovely. At least I know what a star fort is. So I know what this is and I can be more present.
I just wanted to end the show with something that, like I said, open minds. These are found
Oh, I'm
all.
sorry. Oh my gosh.
That's
Oh
okay.
dear. Let's add again.
That's right. We're having fun, everybody.
Total. Okay.
Woo-hoo.
Start again.
Um,
I apologize. I'm going to
oh, that's
mute.
okay. I was just going to say these are all over the world, just like pyramids. They're not just in Egypt, and they're now finding, as you can see, a lot of them are mounds. Well, some of them aren't in certain areas because the sea levels come up and yada yada, and they look pretty flat. But they're finding that these structures keep going. Like if they kept digging, they'd find yet probably another row of stars. They're like stacked 3, 4, 5 up. They're just all underground. That tripped me out. And I just want to say my last angle on this. They find these things and they tell us right now in 2021, usually two angles. There are angles. And one is it was built by monks in the 1100s. And I have to laugh. Or it was built by the military in the 1600s. And I have to really laugh. Who had that much time, brick, and know how in those 1100s to 1600s to do something like this? That's all I'm going to put out there today. How and what time and where did they have the chance to build? And these are hundreds and hundreds of them all over the world.
I was looking for Bernard's here. I was looking for I had a picture of a star fort. I thought I had it here on StreamYard, but I don't. Yeah, there's one guy who used to live in someplace, I forget the name of it. And he thinks that it might have something to do with like the energy grid that was in use back then, which would have been a part of the free energy system. And because it goes along with water patterns, the star forts do, when he tried certain frequencies. I hope I sound intelligent because I have no clue what I'm saying. No, I do. I'm just trying to say it right. Yeah, he compared those to how star forts look, and he's pretty convinced that was a part of the energy that was used here in this realm. And where I think there's been a lot of different civilizations here. We should end with that and keep people hanging.
Okay, we can. I was just going to finish up. I think you're absolutely right. Most of these star forts are found on, beach areas. Not all of them, but
how about ley lines, aren't they?
That too. I'm not very well versed in ley lines to match them up currently with these star forts, but a lot of them are on rugged coasts.
There's a lady on YouTube named Michelle Gibson. She's really good with the ley line stuff. I only heard about them maybe 2-3 years ago. And it's very fascinating how a lot of our cities are lined up on like the ley lines, the Earth's energy grid, let's say.
There's a reason. There's a reason why they pick some of these towns and places. And yes, because we all know that we are made up of water, minerals, and electricity.
Yeah.
And the body is a part of this realm, and that's all the realm is made up of is, the 4 elements. And with wind, I include frequencies. So
there you go. Yeah, I have a closing note too that I thought about recently. You know how the controllers of whomever's all of our lives really have kept us afraid of death. I mean, that's the main goal, is to be afraid of death. People wouldn't be running around in the costumes across the face and going for a jab that is literally still in the trial process if they weren't afraid to die. I'm thinking maybe death isn't as bad as it's cracked up to be. Maybe it's, and they don't want us to, you know what I mean? They want us to be afraid of it. It's just a thought I had.
No, it's a great fear to hold over a whole mass of people. Think about it.
Yeah.
If you knew, if we all knew that there is another step after this, and I do believe that, honestly, I really do now am getting the picture that we're in this realm, and we're here to do or learn something, and all of these whomevers have had generational families who know the real answers suppress us, and I'm not sure what their motive is.
They might even live long. I think they could live long. I don't know.
Yeah, they're suppressing a lot, and I do believe we're here to overcome something to move to the next level. Simple as that. It is a matrix. Call it whatever you want, but yeah.
Okay, on that note, let's close her out. I don't have anything to say. G Sharp, you do the closing.
All right.
Thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you for watching. Please check out Lisa Hauserman's Sunday show. It's going to be a blast. And in the meantime,
stay frosty. We'll get that together sometime a lot better than that.
We will.
Let's do it one more time.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Stay frosty. A little better. Okay, ending.